I was sitting here and I was thinking, I'm like, you know, it's a lot of, if you look on social media, it's like a lot of bad blood between men and women, right? It's a lot of bad blood. We like, this person's using me for this person using me for that. It's crazy. I wanted to get on here and I just want to like give women an open space to ask some questions. Like, kind of be like, well, what do men want? Honestly, we really simple. We are really simple. It's crazy. I want to keep sex totally out the equation. Just keep it out the equation, like, because it's oversaturated at this point. Yeah, everybody getting it. If you can get it from anywhere, if you need to. So let's look at something different. So, and it's for only people who are in relationships. You're in a relationship, or you're trying to get back together, which y'all have discussed it. Not just like, I want to get back with this person, but this person don't want to get back with me. It's like, no, it's like, y'all like, we don't know how to do it, but you just like, damn, I wish I had like some tips and some tricks, like some extra stuff to kind of let me know what would be the thing that, kind of get me back in his good graces a little bit more. Guys value respect. We value respect. Like, you don't have to be like, like, yes, sir, no, sir. It don't gotta be nothing like that. I'm just talking about like just real genuine respect. You know what I'm saying? If it's, man, like, what's an example? If you if you're with your man and, you see something you can make a decision on, but you can give the option to him, like, hey, what do you think about this? Instead of you being like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make this happen. It's like, I'm going to ask your opinion on this. Like, what you think? I don't know, babe. It could be like, I don't know, babe. It's whatever you think. Like, if you like it, cool. Like, or like you want to do that, we can see this. Like, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but giving him that option of like, I'm gonna wait and see what you say. Like, let me see what you say, and then like we'll go with that. Whatever like that. Little stuff like that. Not being like, and it's crazy. Like, ladies, when I tell you, not being over friendly, like to other guys, and it's crazy. It's like in any situation, that over friendly stuff is like, no. The way you wouldn't want to see your man be over friendly with the next woman, with the next waitress, with the lady at his job, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when you're not around, don't be over friendly with nobody like that. Like, it's a difference between, I'm a person having a conversation with somebody of the opposite sex, and I'm being over friendly with that person. And if your man addresses it, it says, like, he could be like, hey, you being over friendly, or he can say like, oh, you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, or what was that? Because sometimes we won't land on the phrase we trying to like say, or like land on the subject, but we'll be like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta watch out for that. Like, and that's another form of respect. Like, if you ain't never seen me do it, and you like, you know my character, you know I won't do it. Don't do that. Like, what? But I don't know how to kill it. I'm for real. I'm not joking. I'm like, kill it. I don't. You figure it out. You take a class. You read a book. You talk to some friends. Kill that over friendly stuff. Like, it's a difference. Like, it's a big difference. Like, believe it or not, it really is. Like, come to him with like help with stuff. You know, like a guy, like, you know, we always feel like, all right, we jumping in to help and, you know, do stuff. But if you see a man like, and it don't got to be like, it can be small stuff, like small stuff. Like if you see him doing something, or how this example? Let's say he got a business, right? He got a business, and when he works on his business, he's to himself when he works on his business, right? Like he don't say it, he don't bother you with it. You know, he'll bring stuff up to you. You know, you in his corner, you rooting for him, whatever. Just go there one time, Marvin, like, hey, can I help you with something with this? Like, you know, like I know I know you got your own setup, your own vision, you know, whatever. But it's like, even if it's something small, if it's the smallest thing, if I can do the business cards for you, like, you know, like, can I help you with that? Like, you know, like just some, like, offered assistance on something that you don't have to, you know. But it's like crazy because men want to know we have a woman of value in our corner. Now, that can be shown a multitude of ways, but just show that the value's there and it's always there because you want him to show it to you, right? Or naturally, he gonna show it to you, you know, by the stuff he do. But, you know, make sure that's something, you know, you do for him also. Like, most definitely. Now I would say I can't say this for every man. I'm a guy who I love physical touch, right? Like I said in the beginning, sex is way over here. We're not even talking about sex. I'm talking about like legit physical touch. Like if I'm in the same room, you know, like come sit by me. Hand on the shoulder, hand on the head, grab my hand, you know what I'm saying? Throw your foot up on my lap. Like, like you see me sitting there with my house shoes on. Find a way to get your foot in the house shoe with me. Like something. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's so much disconnect, like it's crazy. And you know what I believe, and I really believe this honestly in my heart, that if you're together with somebody, unless both of you honestly run a business, are like content creators, if y'all have any valuable reason to have your phones on you all the time, like y'all making money from it, then keep the phones around you. If you ain't making no money from your phone, put them phones up. I'm for real. Like, put the phones up. Like, stop scrolling. Stop all that scrolling stuff. Put that phone away. You ain't making no money from that phone. From the time you get home to the time you up, like whatever. I know it's like, all right, cool, couple entertainment. Make you a set entertainment time. I'm gonna do 30. I'm gonna do 30 minutes. I'm gonna do an hour. I'm gonna break that hour down like this throughout my time, from the time I'm off work to this time or whatever. But no, we not about to just do, and then think we gonna keep a honest, strong relationship with each other. Like, no, we not finna do that. You know why? Because it's not honestly really gonna happen. We not finna keep no tight, cool relationship. Us constantly on the phones and all this other stuff, trying to what? Like, no, come on, no. Because that time, like you don't know what like you so focused into anything else. You don't know what you're doing. And of course, it's all the main thing. Always make time. Always make time. You can be a 6-figure businesswoman. For real, you can be a 6-figure businesswoman making bank. Got a tight schedule, but you're in a relationship, or you trying to get that relationship back with the person who wants to get that relationship back with you. You know you don't make time. You know you don't make time for him. For real. Like make time for him. And it's crazy, like I said, I'm trying to give y'all as many tips as I can from a man's point of view. It's like I said, like we always bashing. Like we always, it's like the females are trying to use us, and then there's the males are trying to use us. Like, so, like at the end of the day, you're not getting no valuable information on anything. You're really not. And this is the honest truth. Like this is how we need to go about it. But like I said, these are only like a little tips I can give. Now, I'm gonna come to the dating thing. If you starting off with this dating, like this day and age, we have to start offering value. Remember where sex is. Sex all the way over there. Sex all the way over there. This ain't nowhere in this range right here. We ain't even on that. Take that off the table. We ain't on that. We talking about real value. Like, if y'all at the beginning of the dating stage, like, you need to be figuring out some real stuff. Like, who are you as a person? Like, you need to know background, what, like likes, dislikes, all that stuff. Like, it's cool. What's your favorite color? And, like, yeah, all that stuff cute. It's cute. You need to know the real meat and potatoes of the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so do you see yourself always living here? Like, if you would move, or if you do have plans to move, where do you see yourself moving? Like, how would you handle a hypothetical situation like this? Nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just like, how would you handle this? Like, hey, like, so, and it's crazy because when you get too deep, you feel like, oh, no, that's insane. I'm like, I'm 34. Asking somebody like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite movie? That's high school stuff. And even for the females who watching this, like you in your 20s, like that's no. I'm telling you, no. You need to know the real stuff. Like, so what do you do when you get angry? How do you react when you get angry? Do you like to hit stuff? You know what I'm saying? Do you yell? Like, if we got into an argument and you happen to shut down, you gonna start talking to other people or what? Like, how does that work? You know what I'm saying? Like, like, what do you feel about credit? Does that mean something to you right now or not really? Like, how you feel about that? Like, I see you working this job now, but I'm sure you want to go to the next level. Do you? Because this, you got, look, this looking good for you. You're making 60, but if you 60, this economy right now, if it don't bounce back, you kind of at this level, like, how do you see it? Like, when you married, do you see yourself like, Do you see your wife working? Do you see her not working? Like, what do you expect? Like, what's your expectations for that? You know, like honestly, real questions, real stuff that mean real things to you. You know, it's crazy because these days with all these people scamming, you're like, I ain't giving out too much information anyways, but with something within a sensible reason where you're getting to know the person that you with, you asking legit questions. You're not asking all that fluffy stuff. Like, look, all that fluffy stuff, that stuff is for the high school kids. That's what that's for. That's for the high school kids. And when the high school kids coming out of school and they're in college, I'm like, now you need to be talking about that, asking them questions. It's still cute to ask about, like, oh yeah, favorite color, what's your favorite movie, what's your favorite dish to eat? Like, nah. Like, what's your expectations? Like, on the first date, what are your expectations going forward? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy. Most guys probably won't say this. Like, he was like, well, if sex is not my expectation, what we finna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you have in mind for, like, how we finna interact between each other? Like, I'm like, just that I did this little thing this one time. This was like a first date thing. We ain't doing this all the time. Whether it's, I don't know, some of all the other fancy restaurants, but like let's say like let's say like his fancy is like Cheesecake Factory, right? He took you to the date on the Cheesecake Factory on the first date. And he let you know, I'm like, yeah, this ain't my everyday. This we can go on a date tomorrow. We going to Chili's and we eating off the 3 for $10 and we sharing. Like, and guess what? If that's not your, like drop it. Oh, but no, that's not my expectation, sir. Yeah, like, you fine, you this, you that. And I'm like, but that ain't my expectations. Oh, okay, cool. And then drop it and end it. Now, yeah, a lot of people got a lot of, self-esteem issues that can't take rejection. Sometimes you afraid to tell somebody no because you like, this mug gonna go off and hit me and try to do something crazy. And it's crazy because I read the stories. I do. Like, I seen the news and I read the stories. You be like, he did what? Because she said no. He tried to punch the lady in the face because he told her no. Like the guy said no to the woman, and she tried to have some guys come up there and try to beat him up. Like, what? Like, come on, y'all. Like, if it ain't for you, that person ain't for you. That's it. Like, some people meet your goals, like, and some people won't. Some people meet your needs and they won't. Like, it was like, y'all dating. Like, come on, man. Like, be for real. I'm trying to think of anything else. It's crazy. It's just like, respect, being a woman of value, being in his presence, not being over friendly about things. And it's great. You know what? Speak life into him. Speak life into him. It's crazy if you have a man, right, and you can see this man kind of got like a vision for his life. He going somewhere. Let's even take the guy who don't. He don't seem like he talk about, major stuff like this where I see myself in the next year or this whatever, like, speak life into him anyways. Like, oh, like, I see you. I see you doing great things, you know what I'm saying? I see you at the next level. I see you wherever you think he like headed towards next and it look like he on the right path. Speak life into that man. Like, for real, like, speak life into him. And I said headed on the right path because I have to be transparent. If you with somebody and he headed in a on a rocky path, right? And you see him on that rocky path, and you know what it can lead to, don't be encouraging that. Don't be encouraging that. Because if you're in a situation where you have to look over your shoulder every day, because of whoever, it don't matter who it is. If you got to look over your shoulder every day because of whatever he trying to get into next or make happen for him or whatever, fellas, same thing with her. Same thing with her. I know this for the lady, but same thing with her because I don't know who watching this. The same thing. If they headed that way, and you know, like, hey, miss, I don't see I don't like where you going with this. This look a little rocky over here. I can't, you know, I can't be with you on this one. But you know, like you find somebody else. But this ain't for me right now. But like honestly, it's this is really it's important. You know what I'm saying? Like speak life into him for real. Like really speak life into that man. Like watch over him. You know what I'm saying? Just like keep an eye on him. It's crazy because these days the boyfriend and girlfriend role get way too much respect on it. I'm gonna just say it. It's way too much respect on a boyfriend girlfriend role, and the purpose of marriage seems so far fetched because it don't look good. And coming from man, it's like it don't seem worth it sometimes. It really don't. I mean, if you look at most of the cases out here where there's been a divorce and these men go to court and they have to pay alimony, child support, and give half of what they worked for with the person or they had before them, and now they splitting it down the middle. It's like most men probably like, I understand, you know, that's marriage. Other men probably like, nah, this ain't right. You know, so it's tough. It's tough. Because I hope I'm not putting too much pressure on the women where it's like, yeah, no, that's too much. See, you know, you do that for a husband. I'm like, yeah, you do that for a husband, but that value needs to be shown for him to want to be your husband. You see what I'm saying? Like, it got to be shown some way to be the husband. That's why I said take the sex out of the whole equation. Because what men are realizing now in 2024 is that, wait a minute, if the sex is gone, what else you got? Like, if you take away the head game and you know what I'm saying, and all the like whatever little terms for, you know what I'm saying, whatever else, what's left? And if it ain't really nothing coming to the table, it's like, no. And honestly, the way the culture's pushing it, it's like you gotta be messing with this type of dude for whatever reason. And it's like, nah, it ain't even like that. Or it was like that for a period of time, and that time is past now. And now the men are waking up, and it's like, yeah, that ain't keeping me no more. That ain't doing it no more. And it's crazy. And I don't like, like I had to get to a point of where I value myself and my self-esteem. So I don't say this in a way to devalue myself, but I might not be the sharpest brother on the camera, but the options are still there. If you understand what I'm saying without me having to directly saying it. Like, I don't get A for Alicia and Z through Zaquanda, you know what I'm saying, to mess with. But the options are still there at the end of the day. And I guarantee you for your man, believe it or not, believe it or not, the options are still there. Just because you don't see the options don't mean they're not there. And sometimes you might think, I'm like, oh, the man you with right now or trying to get back with can only get women at this level because you at this level. Don't assume that. Don't assume that. Because I promise you, he'll get somebody at that level or higher who look better, they make more money, and everything else in between. I promise you. I promise you. It's not what you think it is. And I understand. I know it's vice versa. I know it's vice versa. Like I know. It was like I said, I don't want this to feel like it's bashing. Like, oh, you just bashing on the women. I'm like, no. I'm giving you game on your relationship with the man and how to keep the man or get back with the person who wants to get back with you. Key point, want to get back with you. I'm putting no effort in nobody. They don't want to get back with you now. Like, ladies, if y'all watching this and like I said, y'all talked about it. He want to get back with you. You want to get back with him. You like, all right, what can I do? Like, I kind of messed things up. Like, how do I get back in his good graces? These are some ways. Now I understand. Like some of y'all already out here having sex, and you have to understand. Sex is too powerful. It really is, and that's why, whatever culture you're in, it was meant for marriage, because sex is very powerful. It's very powerful. That type of connection, that type of intimacy, is only for couples, because when you put it in the spectrum of like we boyfriend and girlfriend, and let's be honest, now you playing house with somebody, if things don't go as expected, you rip that connection apart. You go do this whatever with the next person, whether it's immediately or it's like you build another relationship, and then you go do it with the next person. It's like it's nah, yeah, it's tough. Like that's why it's like and so sometimes I want to say most, but I'm gonna say sometimes. Sometimes that's why it's so hard to know where the void is in these relationships, because y'all so keen on the intimacy, the sex, that in the day you're not really talking to the other person. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know who you really dealing with still. You don't. And let me say this. The person you are with, they will grow. They will change. Their ideas will change. Their views will change. The person you're with, they will change. And it's crazy because with love, you have to understand I'm gonna have to expect this change one day. Like stuff is gonna change. Like, like I can only imagine for, I guess I want to say probably older men, who know what know about the okay, this is like when a woman have a hot flash, here's how it starts, or like you don't really know when it's coming, but like, I know as she get older, it's gonna be coming. So if I start seeing stuff happen, like I know that this change is coming down the road because like it's my wife or it's my girl, whatever. But you prepare for the change because you know the change coming. Your kids. I'm like, okay, that's my like that's my little baby. They gonna get teenagers. So it's gonna be like they gonna wanna they gonna want a little more leniency. They gonna wanna do a little bit more, hang with their friends a little more, this, that, and the other. But you gotta keep it the parameters of I'm still letting them have their space. But it's still like you gotta respect this space while you with me. You gotta respect this space. But I know you. I know what it's like to be you. I know about the change. Always know that it's a change. Somewhere down the line. Somewhere. It don't matter where it is. It's somewhere. Like you can be with the type of guy who's all street dude. He been a street dude his whole life. He turned 35. He like, yeah, I ain't feeling this no more. Now, you love the street dude. You love street dude persona. You love outfits, whatever. And one day he just start coming in polos and they're like, what's going on with you? What like you think he just dressing up for a random experience, and like, no, this is who he is now. He's like, no, I had to change it up. Like I'm trying to get somewhere different, like, whatever. And he could have just, it's something's changed in him. And, that's something you have to prepare for. Like, so never expect a man not to change. See, I think we get it so twisted and caught up is like, because as women, y'all know how major sex is to us. And it is. Like, sex is huge to a man. Like, it's huge to it. That's why, well, first of all, let me say in parameters. That's why, first of all, the sex is meant for marriage, right? It's meant for the marriage. And then when it comes outside of the marriage and y'all having it, and let's say like you decide you gonna withhold it from them. Like, well, I'm not gonna give you sex, like whatever, right? And he used to that intimacy with you, and then he don't get it. He has nothing to lock him in and be like, have him like, not I don't want to say feel bad, but it's like if a marriage is a covenant, it's a lock, right? Now outside of it, if I get it outside of it, I don't got no lock covenant because we boyfriend and girlfriend. I can walk up from you tomorrow, change all my info on all my social medias, and change my number and my address, and I don't have to see you no more. But with a marriage, like, yeah, you locked in. It's like, nah, we did this in the courts, or we did this in front of family and friends. You know what I'm saying? So so somebody know that I'm for you and you for me. Compared to the boyfriend and girlfriend thing. And it's like, so then like, you withhold the sex and then he go get it from somewhere else. And you like, what's going on with like, so now like now he's cheated, right? He's cheated. Like, well, why he cheat? Well, y'all had this connection of intimacy. You withheld it from him. I ain't saying that men in marriages don't cheat. Women in marriage, I ain't saying that married people don't cheat. I'm just talking about the people who are not committed for each other, like in that, sexual aspect, like you withhold it and then they go get it from somewhere else, or they either watching porn or they, chatting or whatever, like, because some men will find it any other way. And it's crazy because mentally, it don't always have to be a sexual like physical intimacy. It can just be messaging. Sex can feel like attention. It can be he can be getting from the girl he go see when he goes to the grocery store. He can be seeing it from the girl he go see at the gym. He can be getting it from like the coworker at work. Like it's a couple places we can get it without actually getting intimacy, and it can be little talking, and if you see it, you already know. I'm like, oh no, this cheating. You know what I'm saying? And he know it's wrong. He wouldn't consider it cheating, but if you're gonna withhold something from him, and it's gonna be sex, anyways, he gonna find another avenue. Unless he really like, waiting on you. But I would never say withhold that. If you understand what I'm saying, I wouldn't. I'm just saying, I wouldn't say like, just don't withhold it. You ain't supposed to be doing it in the first place, right? You ain't supposed to be doing it outside the marriage thing anyway. So, and then you withhold it. It's just like, okay, because let's say like he withhold it from you, you looking at him different, but he's looking at him the same way. The attention go the same way. You can get it from the mailman, you can get it from your guy at work who's just listening. It's always the listening guy. I'm the listening guy. It's funny, like, but it's like it's kind of, it's game too though. It's like, it's stuff I'm gonna teach my daughters. I'm like, I'm like, you got the guy who be in your face and be like, what's up, little mama? Whatever, like whatever. That's my trying to be cool. Like, what's up, little mama? you got them guys, and then you got the guy who's like, he's very cunning. He's like, and it's actually deceit, because all it is listening. He know what's up. He already know what's up, but he's just gonna be an ear. Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, we talk about it. And he gonna be really sharp. He was like, no, like she was like, oh, we should hang out sometime. He was like, no, you got your man. I know something going on. It's all good. We ain't got to do that. She was like, sure, I would love to hang out sometime. Like, yeah, we just friends. We're just going. Just going to grab a little something to eat, grab us some coffee. Okay, yeah, like, I'm just listening though. I'm just listening. And Buddy would be listening for about, he'd be listening 2-3 years, waiting to make his shot. Like, no, guys don't do that. Yes, we do. yes, we do. Yes, we do. You got the ones that direct and they land, because they like, I already know what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you got the ones who be like, and they'll let you, and I don't honestly, y'all women can figure out for yourselves. I don't know who worse. I don't know who's worse. I don't know if it's the man who, who directly coming at you, And it's like, you know, I got a man. Why you keep coming over here bothering me? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Or it's the guy who know your relationship, and then you just happen to be like, you start talking to him one day, like, yeah, stuff crazy at home. You're like, really? What's going on? All this and this. You're like, I don't want to be talking your ear off. I know you got a girl. I'm like, yeah, we just talking though. It's whatever. But you don't feel like you gotta share nothing too important, whatever. It's just whatever. Cause like I might be doing the same thing at home by myself, And then before you know it, bam, he got you. He got you, and he done waited 3 years. It's like, how you know? Because I'm the listener. I'm the guy who listens. I'm the guy who listens. I'm the guy who will take the back seat. They won't even care. They won't even care. Let me put you both on some more game. So, I don't hear about it much these days, but I know it's still happening. But kind of back 2017, 2019, this kind of like being a number two person was kind of really big. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. Here's the reason. A number two person really has it easy. And when I say being a number two person, you're like, well, why would anybody want to be somebody number two? Because if they your number two, your number one got to handle all the responsibilities, all the negative stuff. And if I'm the number two, all I got to do is take you to Applebee's. We might go on a trip once a year, maybe. We go to the movies, and then depending on how we live in our lifestyle, you know what's happening next. Just being honest. Okay? So that number two spot is really dangerous because, see, number two will have you believing that if you was my number one, this would be our lifestyle. But that's not really true. That's not. It's not a lot of truth in it. And here's why. You dating somebody and you got somebody on the side, right? That person on the side play their role accordingly. Let's say you got somebody like that. They play their role accordingly. They don't call, they don't text, they don't do nothing until you come to them and be like, all right, I'm ready for your attention. Or I got time for you. And they on it, and they with it, right? Now, usually, a number two, you not the only person. They got multiples, and they know they just don't have to commit to anybody right now. And they ain't got to do, like they don't got to do no extra. That's what they know. So, you might think I'm all their attention. Nah, you're not. You're not. They just comfortable with being number two for you because either you fulfill that sexual need or you fulfill that emotional or whatever spiritual connection with them. Like you fulfill that for the time period. Like whatever y'all doing, because the person number two don't have to be somebody who you sleeping with. A number two can be somebody who you got outside your relationship that, you just talk with, you go get coffee with, stuff like that. And it don't have to ever lead to sex. But if you got a relationship and that person don't know about them, then yeah, it's a problem. And it's a big problem. And you just gotta watch out for it. Because like it's as toxic as you think it is. It really is. It's really as toxic. It's really as toxic as you think it is at the end of the day, because they don't really care. They don't really care. Like all they want to do is not get caught and get whatever need they're getting fulfilled from you. And they know you go back home and whatever made you want to get to the point where you feel like you needed that extra on the side in the first place, they comfortable with that. And they real comfortable with that. So, yeah, watch out for them number 2 people too. And it's crazy because I feel like number 2 people are going to come way more common, and it's going to get way more comfortable. And way more comfortable is dangerous. Because it's like, yeah, I don't mind being number 2 because I don't have to offer you no extra incentives. I don't have to deal with no other things, like I don't have to be there for, your Valentine's Day because your main gonna do that for you already. So I don't have to do that. I can send you here's some little money, y'all can go to Cheesecake Factory and I, send you the cash for it or something. And happy Valentine's Day, I'm good. Because your main had to make plans, get dressed with you, take you out, take you there. Your side, it was like, here the money for it, go ahead. And he already with the main, he trying to, whatever, get with or whatever, or being the second to the next, whoever, where he ain't getting enough from you, he getting the other from the next person. And that's really how it go. That's really how it go, so. This was a long video, but, I just want to give you some game, let you know what it is. Feel free to be like, yeah, I don't know, y'all feel like you was all over the place, or, like, I understand what you were saying, ask questions. But yeah, hit me up, though.